now, live on the Overdose Talk Network.
It's the Lonely Show!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is The Lonely Show number 2. I know that first one was a doozy. But it really wasn't any more pleasant for me than it was for you. So here I am. Vinny here, host of the Sunday evening overdose. Hopeful entrepreneur and I don't know what else to fucking say about myself at this point. It's been a rough goddamn week, man. My soul is taxed. I'm just tired, and I'm kind of just reaching out in every direction that I can for some sort of comfort and trying to make life feel stable and safe again. There's a whole thing about when you lose someone you love, or when you lose someone you love, let's just say, you start to feel extremely unstable. You start to feel like everything in your life is so fucking fragile. You know, and part of that is healthy, I think. Part of it is you going, shit, you know, I could always do more. We could all always do more to appreciate what we have around us. So part of you just starts just trying to find anything of value in your life and clinging to it. You know, and just in a way maybe trying to correct things you didn't do right in the past with things you've lost, people, friends, pets, relationships, whatever it might be. It might just be the way that we sort of make ourselves feel better about, okay, this thing hurt me in a huge way, but going forward, I'm going to do XYZ better because of what I learned from this. So I don't know. Stuff is all very confusing, and it's hard to trust yourself when you're in an emotional state that's extreme and weird. And it's the whole thing is rough. So that's that. That being said, I want to move forward with some things. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm producing this, mixing it all myself and shit, and I have to excuse the shoddiness once in a while. So again, the Lonely Show is a thing I want to do to keep people kind of inside my my world and my personality and whatever. And if you like the other shows that we do, this is just a thing that lets you in a little bit, I guess, on me and my thing. So that's excuse me. That's the whole fucking deal here. Weeks ago, when I was feeling a lot better, I was driving down the highway, and traffic slowed down a little bit. We're going about 40 miles an hour, and up in the sky to my left, I see a black dot, you know, swooping down and getting bigger and bigger, and it's a hawk. And it comes sweeping across the highway, very deliberately, wings outstretched, going pretty quick, sweeps across the highway, and then dips down as it crosses the median, it swoops down right in front of this, like this shitty SUV that was driving in front of me. Big fucker SUV. And this hawk swoops right in front of it for no reason. No reason whatsoever. And almost gets hit by the thing. And then at the last second swoops back up. And like I was prepared to see a fucking hawk dead on the shitty highway. And I was thinking like, yeah, I'm going to fucking run it over, right? Because I was right behind the fucking car that it swooped in front of. So I'm thinking, fuck. No. Thing swoops up at the last second across my windshield, 3 feet over me, so close, and then flutters up as I'm looking at it in the mirror as I went past. It fluttered up so gracefully and landed on like a speed limit sign, and just came to a still rest and just looked so casual the whole time. And I saw the whole thing, and I'm thinking, why the fuck would a hawk flutter down like that right in front of a car, just narrowly avoid it, and then flutter back up to, because the whole thing, he looked so purposeful. He looked so fucking smooth the whole time until I realized he got caught in a wind tunnel over the highway or one of those fucking things, some kind of wind thing that was happening, and he got sucked down in front of the car. And I realized I never thought of a hawk like having an accident before, which is why it took me a few minutes to realize what had happened. Because at first I'm like, why the fuck did that hawk deliberately swoop in front of the car? But it could not have been. It was clearly an accident. But due to a hawk's nature, I couldn't perceive this. Because a hawk doesn't have any way to go like, oh, whoops, hey, that was yeah, I fucked up. A hawk only has the one thing. A hawk only has that hawk face. It just looks straight ahead. It's all fucking business. It doesn't make mistakes. And it's just sharp as a goddamn razor. So, when you see a hawk fuck up, it's kind of, it takes you a minute to realize that that's what happened. So this hawk made this dumbass mistake, got sucked in front of a car, almost fucking bit it, and then flutters up to this sign. That was, But here's the thing: the hawk probably was embarrassed. I'm pretty sure that the hawk would have been. He had to be. There was 50 fucking cars that saw him. Had to be embarrassed. That was a shitty hawk maneuver, and he knew it. I'm positive he knew it. But I'm just telling you, just from seeing a hawk, they play it cool. You would never know. But he had to be embarrassed. I'm absolutely sure of it. But he really had no way to express it. Just has that stupid fucking cold hawk face. I think the most that a hawk could do would maybe be to act surprised. That's like the best thing a hawk could do. A hawk just has that one dumb face, except maybe if like you set up a fake mouse somewhere, and you hid in like a cardboard box right next to it, and you waited for a hawk to land, and you jumped out and fucking smacked it with a broom. I think it might look surprised. It might jump up and have like some wide eye kind of thing going on. That's like the most expressive a hawk could ever be. And then it would go right back to that, I'm a hawk. That solemn hawk thing. I think that's probably the best he can fucking do. A hawk really can't ever go like, it can't ever have humility. There's no depth. It's just a killing machine. It can't go like, oh, and have a sense of humor about when it fucked up. But I saw a hawk make a mistake. And I feel like it's a rare thing. The reason I think I was confused is because we tend to attribute human qualities in the way we tend to try to identify with animals and even inanimate objects. We tend to use the same standards we have for each other as humans. So I'm going, here's how stupid I am. I'm going, hey, that hawk didn't look embarrassed. That's what a fucking retard I am. That's what a fucking stupid idiot I am. But that's what, I mean, I realized that a lot of people wouldn't have realized that the hawk made a mistake because you just don't. We have that same standard of how a person would act versus how an animal. Whatever, you guys, I'm fucking drunk as shit. Fuck you. What I'm trying to say is that we don't perceive other forms of expression. We just know what people do, and we kind of expect that from animals, or we can't understand it. I guess that's it. I guess that's it for the second fucking Lonely Show. That's pretty much all I want. Oh, you know what else I want to talk about? Just to make this a little longer. Buying a handle bottle. A handle bottle, for those of you who don't know, is that really large bottle of liquor at the store that if you're a functional person, you walk past that shit and you go, man, I can't imagine who would ever need to buy so much liquor. Well, it must be for parties. That's what you think. When you walk past that, you go, wow, those are those bottles of booze that we buy once a year for a barbecue. And we're not sure what happens to them. You know, people drink them, maybe they don't. Sometimes we throw them away because we don't drink booze because we're regular people. Let me clue you into something. For those of us who struggle with the sauce, a handle bottle is the shittiest, most tempting economic option when you're an alcoholic. Now, the problem with the handle bottle as an alcoholic is that's too much liquor to have in your house at one time when your girlfriend doesn't live with you and you can do whatever you want. My girlfriend at one point says, how come you're always buying pint bottles? Do you realize that a handle bottle is like a quarter the price, you know, when you break it all down? And I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you why. Because if I have a handle bottle here every day, I'll die. I will die. And that's what a non-alcoholic doesn't realize, is that it's not the money. You'd rather spend twice as much money and have a place where your drinking ends. You want that protection. I want a pint of whiskey, because after I've drank a pint of whiskey, guess what? I will want more whiskey. Should I have more whiskey? Probably fucking not, honestly. So that's the deal. and then a non-alcoholic says, look at how economic this could be. So I've noticed lately that buying a handle bottle is a much different thing, because since that was pointed out to me, I've become like an old alcoholic. Like, I'm not like a party alcoholic anymore. Now I'm a budgeting for my habit alcoholic, which is a fucking bummer of a place to be. I've gotten to the age where buying a really large bottle of liquor is just like, it's not it's not as comfortable. Because a few years ago, the cashiers then and all they're oh, look at these young guys just going out to party. Oh, I know what they're doing. Hey, everybody going out and getting into trouble. Now when you're 31 and you're just a fat, pale mess that's just a fucking antisocial piece of shit with cheap glasses and a baseball hat to keep the world away. And you go in and you get your giant bottle of liquor. Everyone's just sad when you go up to the the counter. They just don't want to look at you. You know that no one acknowledges what you're doing. It's just kind of a distracted euphoria going on. Just yes, here you are. It's the alcoholic guy. And there you go. Have a good day. No one ever, because when you're like 23, they'll go, oh, you guys are up to some good times tonight. Hey, I wish I was. Oh, well, have one for me, would you? And no. When you're 31 and you got bags under your eyes and you're buying an economy size bottle of liquor, nobody's laughing. Nobody's laughing. Just avoiding eye contact. Solemn, dutiful packaging of my addiction. Just package it up, buddy. Oh, they call me sir now, too. Here you go, sir. Here's your fucking booze, sir. I know you're not doing shit, man. Nobody's hanging out with you. You old fuck. Here's your goddamn booze. It's a whole different fucking thing, I'm telling you. The other day, I was completely out of money after I paid my rent, and I was so depressed about what a failure I am, because I am so stressed for money every fucking month, and I'm sitting here just going, I just want to drink. I just have nothing else. I'm just gonna get some fucking alcohol, but all I had was a change, and so I had to go to the grocery store. 31 years old, and I had to go to the grocery store and cash in my change to get a bottle of booze. All right? And everyone watched me because it was slow at the store, and the people at the registers were only 20 feet away when I was I get the fucking thing and I walk over to the customer service shit, okay? And I get a stupid receipt for like $28. And I fucking cash it in. And those same people, they all watch me walk right over to the booze. And I get a handle bottle of Jim Beam. And I walk back and pay for it. And I just did this giant circle of shame in front of like people that have a terrible job, that I shouldn't give a shit what they think. I should feel like, fuck, I'm doing better than them, you know? And I am. But, Jesus Christ, it's not the same as it was when I was 22. And I don't think I'm a shitty fucking alcoholic, but I'm kind of an alcoholic. I'll give you that. I drink, to mask the pain. I drink in unhealthy ways. I'm not chemically dependent, but I definitely fucking drink to get by in ways that a normal person would try to cope with otherwise. Oh, God damn it. Addict talk. I'm doing addict talk, justifying all my stupid bullshit. Whatever. That's kind of the point of this stupid thing. This has been The Lonely Show. Hello. trying to understand death right now. I don't get the thing of where time can separate. Time can cut such a fucking strong bond that no matter how much you love someone, time will take it away. And I don't understand it. I don't understand how there's nothing I can do. Why am I capable of such intense love? What is the point? What is the point of loving so intimately and so selflessly? I just don't understand. And it's not that I regret it. It's not that I feel like like it was a waste of time or energy. Anything that you've loved and lost. It's not that I can't appreciate the good times. It's just that I don't understand the overall message whatsoever. I'm still totally bewildered, and at the same time completely humbled by the wilderness of existence. And the more I learn, the less I fucking understand. Sorry for that cliche. But I feel it. I feel like that. And you can accept loss, you know? And you can cope with loss. And you can get on with your goals. But if you really love someone that you lose, there's just no substitute for that vibration that they brought you. And then you just do what you can to get by, and slowly things get better. They always do. It always gets better, even if you think it won't. You know that. There's just no filling a void. You never replace someone you love, and you'll never get that vibration back. It's not sometimes it's not even like a tragic feeling, you know? Sometimes it's not a shock. And it's not, maybe someone wasn't even taken too early or in a violent way. Maybe everything was peaceful and things were relatively tame, but that tie was severed. there's just no way to there's no way to heal sometimes. I think that we're not open enough normally when it comes to stuff like this, because one of the things you realize when you're going through something really fucking shitty and you just feel so cold and you look around and where there used to be someone, they're not there, you know. It feels empty and cold. I think that we're not open enough about it in our culture. Or maybe I'm fucking wasted. Drunk as fuck. And sad like a motherfucker. It's just that loss of a connection. I think that's why so much art, religions, wars have been fought over it. Endless amounts of philosophy. Volumes and volumes, you know, have been written all about this idea of what happens when we disconnect from this place. I don't think anybody has a fucking handle on it. I think that's why it drives our cultures and drives expression the way it does. Because it is the most compelling thing in life is death. And we go on having our good times and doing our things day to day and being casual, and then when you're in a time like this, you feel like why are we not devoting every moment we have to understanding this bond that we have in this physical plane and the fact that it's transitory. When you're so raw, feeling the loss of someone you love. Right now, I can't imagine that anyone is going about their life in a casual way. Because you should just you should do more to appreciate what you have while you can. I guess we all should. I don't know. I usually like to get on here and just fucking scream cunt and faggot at people. But if I could just say anything to anybody who has listened to this, it's that we're no closer to understanding what happens when we disconnect from this place than we ever were. Regardless of what science or religion you're into. You know, we understand different aspects of it, but we're never any closer to understanding what this means and why we love each other, even though we know that we'll be ripped from each other's existence. So do what you can to fucking appreciate what you have. Because you'll never forgive yourself if you don't. And that's gonna have to be it for the Lonely Show number 2. Thanks for being with me.